Hey y'all, so today's video is my favorite or most worthwhile handgun cartridges to reload. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go over what I feel my favorite cartridges to reload are and why they're my favorite. So with that being said, let's get into the list. So starting the list, we have 38 Special. The reason 38 Special is on the list is because when you go and buy it brand new at the gun shop or wherever you might go, it is entirely too expensive. The very cheapest I've ever found 38 Special nowadays is it's like $15, $16 a box. That's ridiculous. A little bit of powder, small bullet, little piece of brass, and small primer. It should not be that much. It should be as cheap, if not slightly cheaper, than 9mm. But for whatever reason, 38 Special, I guess because probably it's fallen a little out of popularity, so it's not as commonly produced. 38 Special is a little more expensive than it should be, so I like reloading it because you can reload 38 Special dirt cheap. So that's the first one. The second one, for anybody that has ever watched the channel, is no surprise, 44 Magnum. 44 Magnum is, again, rather expensive. The other thing with 44 Magnum, when you reload it, is you can tailor a load to what you want. You can, especially for range fun, sometimes it's not always fun to fire a full power 44 Magnum all day long, so it's fun to be able to, tap it down a little bit and adjust it and have some fun with that loading. Also, you can, work with different stuff, and again, a lot cheaper than buying it new. So, big cost savings there for 44 Magnum, and plus the ability to go in and kind of adjust your load to how you like it. Number 3 is 10mm. Now 10mm is, again, mostly because of cost. 10mm is, especially when you go into a gun shop, I mean, I've seen as much as $30 for a box of 50, which is ridiculous. Now, sometimes online I can find it. I think the cheapest I found it online is maybe $13, $14 a box, which isn't bad, but again, that's hard to find, and you can do it so much cheaper when you reload. And the other thing about 10mm is you can also achieve the mythical normal loading via reloading much cheaper. Basically, if you want to achieve the normal loading, the original loading of 10mm with factory stuff, you're looking at Underwood, Buffalo Bore, stuff like that, which, while is good ammo, is quite expensive, and you can achieve that mythical loading via reloading much cheaper. So 10mm is one of my favorites to reload because, again, normal loading and much, much cheaper depending upon where you buy your ammo. The final one is 44 Special. Now these are in no particular order, but 44 Special is definitely a favorite of mine because, much like 44 Mag, it is really expensive for what it is. It's sometimes 44 Special is as much, if not slightly more than 44 Mag, depending upon where you shop. It's very hard to find it in your average gun shop. They might only have one box or one particular kind on the shelf, and it really shouldn't be that expensive. Fairly low pressure cartridge compared to 44 Mag, smaller piece of brass, not nearly as much powder, right? So 44 Special is really good for me to reload. On top of the cost savings is the fact that you can, if you're low on 44 Mag brass, you can take some 44 Special and go full on Elmer Keith with it and really make a nice stout loading for the range with 44 Special brass, which I have done in the past. I joke about how the second cartridge I ever started reloading was plus P plus 44 Special. I don't recommend it, but I'm still here and I have all my fingers, so I guess I did it all right. But that's my list of my favorite and most worthwhile handgun cartridges to reload. Feel free to put down below what some of your favorites are, and have a good day.